me whether I want to leave the meeting because you're recording.
Yeah, I think they've added this new feature.
Yeah, this never happened before. But
Yeah.
okay, I want to hear your reviews for Sardar Ka grandson before we start the podcast, because we've had. I think Amrit, did you watch it or as well?
नहीं मेरे घर वालों ने देखी है पिक्चर. And
What did they think?
I don't know. They didn't say anything and I didn't ask. I walked into the house और मम्मी पापा were watching. तो फिर मैं मुड़ के निकल गया 5 मिनट में.
Okay, then the only other person who watched it.
What is the face expression like? Were they disgusted or were they entertained?
मेरे पेरेंट्स को यार ये फैमिली सैपी मूवीज उनको वो
They
देख
like
लेते हैं. उनको टेंशन नहीं है. Especially लॉकडाउन के टाइम they have become proper movie reviewers. हर दिन एक पिक्चर तो बनती है. तो
I like the concept, but execution was pretty bad. मतलब बहुत ही खराब. Acting खराब थी, direction खराब लगा.
I mean, what did you expect from Arjun Kumar?
Arjun
Kapoor?
अच्छा तो is it literally about कि वो लाहौर से घर उठा के यहाँ तक लाना है?
Yeah, it's about that. It's obviously a feel good movie, but like वो miss कर गए सारे. I mean, because it's a different concept. They could have done so much with that idea.
Did it make you feel good?
Did it make you
a
feel
bit? Yeah, because I think वो दादी होती हैं, she is old, उनकी last wish है, so I mean those things obviously.
You shouldn't say it made me feel good and then talk about the dadi straight after.
Yeah, dying. Arnav can make the entire topic seem morbid without even trying, can't he?
I don't think इसमें ऐसा कुछ है, but yeah, it was a वैसे अच्छा concept था, especially different concept कि आप at least they should have shown some, क्योंकि यूएस में बहुत कॉमन है, राइट? आई मीन पिकिंग, बट यहाँ के हाउसेस भी बहुत डिफरेंट टाइप के होते हैं, सो दे यूज द सेम कॉन्सेप्ट एंड उन्होंने वहां लगा दिया, सो इट कंप्लीटली लुक्ड आउट ऑफ प्लेस. क्योंकि अपने इंडिया के और अपने एशिया के घर सारे सीमेंट और ब्रिक्स के बनते हैं, यहाँ के कोई भी घर सीमेंट और ब्रिक्स के प्राइमरली नहीं बनते, बट दे जस्ट यूज कॉपी पेस्टेड द सेम लॉजिक यहाँ पे एंड देन कि हम घर उठा के ले जाएंगे. एटलीस्ट दे कुड हैव शोड सम सेंस.
व्हाट इज द रॉ मटेरियल फॉर हाउसेस इन अमेरिका?
Primarily, I think it's wood is the, क्योंकि यहाँ पे storm और उन सब का ज़्यादा रहता है.
Polymer.
Wood.
Yeah. And they are built a certain way, जिससे वो इधर से उधर कर पाए. Not all houses. Some houses are built a certain way. ये नहीं कोई भी house को उठा के ले गए कहीं पे.
Yeah, brick houses you can't just lift and take.
Yeah, but they did it.
I don't think they have the inter
brick by brick you can.
Akash.
But anyway, there's another movie that's released of Arjun Kapoor, since we're talking about.
I'm pretty sure if Amrit is sitting there, he would hit you at this point.
But it is by Dibakar Banerjee. Sandeep or
he's a good director.
Yeah, I feel like I think he's made good movies. एक पिक्चर का नाम याद नहीं है.
बोमकेश बख्शी.
Yeah.
हाय वो तो गंदी पिक्चर.
नहीं यार.
Shanghai.
नहीं यार.
Shanghai was good.
Shanghai was good.
Shanghai इमरान हाशमी वाली थी ना.
Yeah. क्या कौन सी मूवी आई है इसकी?
Sandeep or Pinky something with Parineeti Chopra and Arjun Kapoor on Amazon Prime. I think it's been released. I think.
अगर वेले तू ये सब देख रहा है और तू इस पे सवाल पूछने वाला है तो बता दिया करना पहले देख.
I haven't watched it. I read an article because I saw it said reviews for blah blah blah. It's a decent movie.
अर्नव टेररिज्म वाले आर्टिकल भेजता है और तू पिक्चर रिव्यूज वाले आर्टिकल पढ़ता है. शाबाश.
मैंने कौन सा टेररिज्म का आर्टिकल भेजा?
You have to. I have no idea, but I'd expect it.
I don't know. आज सुबह I saw something. I was like,
I believed it, Arnav. I'll say I believed it when he said it.
Day started right now, but okay.
अरे नहीं, हमारी सुबह और तेरी रात को तो अजीब चीजें पढ़ता है ना और भेजता है ग्रुप में. उसके बाद ही.
Welcome to a new episode of the Vele podcast, guys. On that note, I am your host Akash, and I am joined by my friends Arnav, Amrit, and Kevin.
What up?
Today we're going to have another chill episode. But before we start, I'll pass it on to Amrit to talk about the cyclone that hit.
Yeah, the western coast was hit by Cyclone Tauktae over the last 2 weeks, and now Cyclone Yaas is hitting our eastern borders. These are going to be a period of extreme coastal shifting and migration. We wish our security forces, the people who are going to lose on to their livelihood permanently, wish them the best. We hope that zero casualties, which has been declared as the aim by the government, is what we actually end up getting as well. Our disaster forces have been able to evacuate a large number of people. So we hope that happens again, because it's been designated to turn into a super severe cyclone, I believe. And yeah, let us just hope that for everyone, especially the people who are going to get relocated, because I can't imagine कि every few months सब कुछ उठा के and watching your entire house being destroyed. When you come back, कुछ नहीं होता, जान भी बच जाए, but the economic hit is unbearable. So yeah, our wishes and prayers for everyone who is living in the coast and going to be affected by this.
Just on to the same point, ki first wale cyclone, I don't know if you were following, like especially Indian Navy or coastal guards, they did an amazing job in jitna ho sake, obviously.
All cyclones last year, Amphan ke time bhi, they were extremely good. India mein, if you see, disaster risk management and everything has become quite good. Disaster management, very specifically, has become quite good.
Not many people talk about it, but like
yeah, but it's very absolutely essential. It has been last warning काफी ढंग से आ गया है. अभी जैसे यास आ रहा है 7 days का यार, giving a क्या बोलते हैं, what's the thing about early warning essentially 7 दिन का is an amazing thing. Because जैसे ही लो प्रेशर जोन वो वहाँ पे बिल्ड होता है ओवर द अरेबियन सी, और वो दे आर एबल टू से कि देखो दिस इज गोइंग टू नाउ, देयर इज गोइंग टू बी अ ट्रॉपिकल विंड्स का फ्लो, लो प्रेशर एरिया है, इमीडिएटली आपके साइक्लोनिक एक्टिविटी शुरू होने का राइप कंडीशन है. And
even all the way from small shipping boats to large vessels, सारे like they start evacuating वहाँ से, which is quite amazing क्योंकि सब and plus जो लोग रहते हैं coastal areas में, even
ये उनकी वही है ना, that's the cruel part of it. जैसे लास्ट ईयर आम्फान जब आया था तो वही था, वो दिखा रहे थे कि सबकी जान तो बच गई. अभी इंडिया में एटलीस्ट यू कैन नॉट से कि साइक्लोन से डायरेक्टली पीपल की लाइफ जा रही है, बट द लाइवलीहुड डैमेज इज रिडिकुलस. कोस्टल कम्युनिटीज के इमेजिन एवरी फ्यू मंथ्स योर एंटायर हाउस इज जस्ट डिस्ट्रॉयड.
Houses, I mean, they can't, fishermen can't go.
You can't fish. You can't go to
almost for quite a few days, because the sun, the few days before the cyclone hits and
7
few days after,
they are 7 days before इनको निकाल दिया जाता है, and then they are only brought back when the wind is sufficiently work. So minimum 1 महीने का वो गया and your entire house is gone. So yeah.
Let me just finish off the spiel before we get into the topic. So this is the podcast where 4 friends gather around to talk about a variety of topics. And today we're going to talk about the NBA playoffs. They've just started. We've all seen, I think the first games have all passed of the first round of the NBA playoffs. And I want to just go over our selections because some surprises have happened in these first games already. Did anyone expect Mavericks to win the first game against Clippers?
Kevin have picked Mavericks to go all the way.
Kevin picked Mavericks to go all the way. Kevin, not bad. Kevin.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was not expecting first game, but I do expect कि वो fight देने वाले थे.
I expect fight, but the way they won the first game, I didn't expect that.
They won it comfortably, yeah.
I won't be shocked if they end up winning the series now. The way Clippers play.
बिकॉज वो केंड्रिक पर्किंस वगैरह बात कर रहे थे उसके बारे में कि अगर उनका सोल प्लॉय ये है कि इसको जैसे वो हाफ लाइन क्रॉस करेगा, ये इसको डबल करने वाले हैं, it's not going to work every single time. And the other thing, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are both not guarding him, which is just ridiculous to me. They should literally not guard anyone else on that team. अगर लूका को अगर कंटेन नहीं कर सकते तो what's the point of guarding?
If Clippers cannot manage to go to the finals this year, right? It's a disaster for them.
They can't get past the first round this time. If they lose to the Mavs, झंड है उनकी.
They beat the Mavs last time, right?
Somehow they managed, but it was a great match.
It was a tough series.
It was hard, and Porzingis went down. Porzingis got injured.
Yeah, but I don't think Porzingis को चाहिए भी, like that Luka guy
is good enough. He scored like 14 points.
In my mind, last time they had the momentum as well, because those fights and everything were going in their favor. But
no, I mean Clippers is healthy this time, so people are healthy, or plus they have a better roster as compared to last year. Like Rondo is there, Serge Ibaka is there. I mean, they have quite a lot of experience.
Load management, पूरा आधा season तो load management में निकल गया. Kawhi, if they get eliminated in this, उसके बाद अब extended year होगा.
Who are Luka?
He can, पता है?
Who are Luka in their fantasy team?
Me.
Akash.
He played very well. If only he counted fantasy, the playoffs as well.
But apart from Mavericks, Clippers, everything else went as expected. I mean, there was, at least for me, there were no surprises.
At least Utah, Memphis. I didn't think.
I thought Mitchell would be back, or वो पक्का.
Yeah.
That also there. Mitchell.
I mean, the main player is not there, so.
Mitchell's going to be back for game 2. But I still think they have enough talent to beat Memphis. But Memphis really shocked them a bit.
I think वो momentum thing and इनके पास यार अगर रूडी गोबेर भी foul trouble में आ जाता है तो इनके पास बचा कौन?
Plus, seems like they have something going on in their camp. ऐसा लग रहा है कि the way they
Yeah,
are.
this would be the time to discuss that. आकाश तूने क्या खबर सुनी थी कि क्या पंगा हुआ था?
So I talked to DM before this, and he just said that there's front office or the whole team in general did not let him play game 1 because I think they thought it was going to be an easy series for them, so they can rest him more to recover when he's already recovered. So they
So
were
this is
just
a
taking
rumor, right?
precaution. Yeah, this is a rumor that he's angry, and he said, "I'm playing game 2 for sure." But this is also reported by ESPN, so
Hmm.
so it's most likely true.
everyone's a gossip website now. Doesn't matter कौन
Exactly.
तुम कौन
But-
news agency.
But
It'll be-
something
unless it comes
something
true.
will be there at least. I don't think it's
Something
going to
is-
be complete.
Where
See,
there's
for
smoke,
me-
there's always
Yeah, I won't believe that at all in this day and age, Akash. You can invent smoke also. But for me, the thing is, Rudy Gobert ने जो first game क्या बोला था कि he was so irritated to be. Don't ask me. I thought he was going to play. Like he was so shocked by that reaction from the players shows you that okay, then possibly something has happened last moment. इसको अलग से बैठा के रखा है. And वो हारे तो सिर्फ technically 3 point या 3 या 5 point से कुछ 3 point से कुछ हारे हैं.
Yeah, it was a close game. Yeah.
Close game still without Gobert played for 25 minutes or something, which I don't think should be causing any of these problems. So yeah, I think that series is going to go to 5 or 6 max. For me, it's interesting how the Bucks are up 2-0 and the second game was such a blowout. Like वो
that
पहले
was
quarter के
the
अंदर
first
ही-
game was such a competition. No one had a big lead in the first game at all. It was
Bhai,
always like
when-
going
yeah,
back and
when-
forth, back and forth.
kept missing those free throws in the last 2 minutes ना. I felt so bad for him. फिर उन्होंने वो 10 second वाला बुलाया उस पे. I thought psychologically they were murdering him. And when Butler scored that layup on him,
Mhm.
I was like कि चलो इन्होंने already set कर दिया tone. But I guess Holiday pulled them through in overtime. But आज
Yep.
का game I didn't expect at all कि पहले
Yeah, it
शुरुआत
was-
में कि
Completely one-sided, which is weird because when team is shooting that way in first quarter itself, I think it's very hard for. But it's a playoff, so defense was पता नहीं कहाँ था. My Heat का defense was coming. It's not
I
they
think it
were
was a bad
making
day.
tough
I think-
shots, huh? They were just wide open 3-pointers.
The defense was terrible.
Yeah,
Just
which is not
atrocious.
expected from
Jimmy
Heat
and the
because
team.
Heat has a
Heat.
great team.
you don't expect them to have anything else apart from intensity. Like
Yeah.
literally
Plus, there
उनके
are Jimmy
output
and a
for-
team with Jimmy.
Jimmy, my
Yeah,
Jimmy.
he was
But I
useless.
think
He
yeah,
कुछ
he
नहीं
was
कर पाया Jimmy.
10 points he
That's-
scored or something. I can't remember.
10 shot मारे उसने कल बस. I attempt किया.
10 shots, sorry, not 10 points, 10 shots. But yeah, there everyone's saying he should demand the ball and just like in the finals for Lakers
But it
start going crazy. But I
it
don't
shows
know.
है कि even a one good piece कैसे पूरा game change कर देता है. Not just second game, but in general, Bucks have
Yep.
been very different team this year because of that Holiday guy. They were extremely
I feel
in the
Holiday-
first game. It was pretty evident. Overtime, में he literally pulled them.
भाई
Oh,
वो
yeah,
steal
Jimmy
उसमें तो था.
Butler had to
That's the
switch.
steal that led to that layup that finally changed the momentum. Because I started watching the game from like fourth quarter के end से. Last 4-5 minutes और उसमें. Because that's by the time I woke up. By the time I came back home, that's all I could watch. And until when they went into overtime, I was sure the Heat would win. Because like I was like, Giannis has lost the heart completely, and it's going to turn into like
Already
some
kept him-
Chris Middleton का hero shots और वो. But this guy यार जिसने जो वो स्टील मारा था and he just brings something different like
Yeah.
mental toughness
The fact
और
that-
अजीब सा.
in the middle of
not
the
give
game,
up.
Jimmy Butler left Giannis to guard Holiday instead. It was a big thing there. That because he just started guarding Holiday completely. Their best defender and best offensive player in Heat is guarding.
भाई Giannis
That's-
Giannis यार. It's like somebody leaving Shaq, but
Hmm.
it's
But I feel bad for them. I don't know how will they manage to beat Brooklyn. No clue.
It'll be interesting, but no one will beat Brooklyn. I don't think. That's why I very stupidly chose the Clipper net series because I thought LeBron is too. They don't have enough time, and the Clippers will run through this whole thing.
But
But yeah.
doesn't seem like Clippers be.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Clippers the way they're playing
It
at all.
will be like Mona, you kind of are seeing the old guard of the NBA just weirdly stumble. Like पहले Steph, and then अभी जो first round में ये Booker और ये Ja Morant ने एक गेम एटलीस्ट ले ली. it just
But
you can.
I think yeah.
I'm saying stumble. I didn't say. It reminded me very weirdly of Kobe's last year. याद है उन्होंने थंडर के साथ 4-2 सीरीज करी थी उन्होंने फर्स्ट राउंड में लेकर्स और थंडर first they won 4 like it was like the thunder is nearly there but they're not yet ready to take that jump and they're probably 1 year away. It just weirdly reminded me.
I have the same feeling for Phoenix Suns. They are like at maybe 1 or 2 years away from making that.
Depends if Chris Paul signs.
But if Chris Paul leaves next year,
oh yeah, then
this entire movement will be zero because clearly you need someone like that to.
No, but in that game, Chris Paul played great, no doubt.
Even though he got injured a bit.
Devin Booker carried them.
Devin Booker carried them, yaar.
He was the whole offensive threat for them.
But over a series and throughout an entire season, you can't.
Yep.
हम expect ही नहीं कर सकते कि वो बंदा अकेले करे.
I think next round, if Bucks end up winning, it's Bucks versus Brooklyn, right?
Second round?
Yes, it's Bucks versus Brooklyn.
That would be.
I think Celtics ka best hai. They'll get swept so fast. It's going to be the most ridiculous. Any other series you guys find interesting? हमने same दो के बारे में बात
Well, New York and Atlanta. I just feel both of them are such.
I like it for the crowd.
I like it for the crowd. Yeah, not because
I like Spike Lee getting energized. I don't think it's going to be interesting teams, but it's just good to just see those.
No, it's going to be a close game, but it's like watching. It's like Kash, it's like watching the school teams, like two school teams play.
That's why I like it. It's close.
एक दो अच्छे player है. I mean, probably Trae Young is the only transcendent player on the court, but it's like watching like neck and neck fight. Mm-hmm. And people who are really into it, like तुम्हारे कोई local club.
But good part is they will most likely end up going against Sixers, whoever wins from that series.
They will go. Sixers will win that series against.
Yeah, and I hope Sixers end up winning that series.
They should.
I had him in my fantasy also. He was so useless.
And the fantasy season was on.
I mean, he was awesome, but it didn't help my case.
अब इसको सारे teams याद आ रही है बेशरम को.
Okay, are we keeping with our predictions then? Anyone want to make any changes last minute?
I don't get time to watch this.
Last minute changes. So Arnav, you said Brooklyn and Bucks, na? Who said Brooklyn and Bucks in the West Eastern Conference Finals? Someone said.
Mine was Clippers Nets.
No, Eastern Conference Finals.
I don't know about Eastern Conference because us time rankings were pretty low, right?
Yeah, because now that's what I'm saying. So you said Eastern Conference, who do you want?
Brooklyn versus Sixers. I mean, that's.
Yeah, I think that's how it's going to end. Simply because अगर इस route में जाते हैं, they may have an interesting series with the Bucks. I think 6-7.
I think for sure interesting to होने वाली. I don't think Bucks are going to just.
It won't be a complete clean sweep, but.
So all of us are saying Brooklyn 76ers in Eastern Conference Finals, right? That's what we said.
Mm-hmm.
And Western Conference Finals, we all still think, apart from Kevin.
No, I said.
That's not going to happen now.
Kevin was same उसमें आ गए, yeah.
Yeah, so Kevin, you'd update. It's going to be Nets, Bucks, Nets and 76ers. You
Probably
think?
70s.
Okay, so everyone is saying
76ers. Yeah. What if it? Okay, let's fuck 76ers.
Kevin, I mean, I know it's very
I would love it because it would be 1 year of everyone shitting on the Nets.
Yeah, it would be. Okay, and our finals for the Western Conference Finals is the same for everyone, I think. Kevin's is Lakers and Mavs. The rest of us are...
I feel like changing my Clippers pick. I have a very bad feeling for Clippers ka.
Yeah, that first game was not woe, but I don't want to change it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change it. I still feel Clippers should still come through, but...
Because they have that cyborg. That's the only reason why and he's quickly deteriorating in my eyes. But
he didn't play good the first game either. He didn't play
because
well.
you always assume that he would take that step when it was time. I think the Spurs keep getting vindicated each year that he plays like this. But
But I think I have to change Clippers Lakers होने वाला है. I don't know if I picked that one for Western Conference.
You picked that, I think.
Oh, I picked that one. Okay.
I think we all picked that except Kevin, who picked Lakers Mavs.
Kevin went Mavs. And Kevin
very bold pick.
It's possible if Dallas beats Clippers. It's
because
possible.
If Dallas beats Clippers, then they are in the finals for sure.
They'll be playing Utah most likely then.
Yeah, I don't.
And They should maybe. Let's see.
If LeBron, if
Not
the
right
Clippers
yet,
are
Kevin.
out,
Not
मैं
right
एक
yet.
बात बोलूं,
Weeks are
if
going
the
to get
Clippers are
done.
out in the first round and something happens to the Nets, no, we may have the weirdest finals outcome of all time.
It will be one-sided finals of all time. Not all time, but one-sided finals. If LeBron
Why, you
reaches
think-
finals.
If
No, I'm saying LeBron भी निकल जाता है, Clippers भी निकल जाता है और Nets भी निकल जाते हैं. The three favorite, the three favorite, like these guys beat the Mavs, LeBron gets injured and the Suns beat them, and second round में Giannis shocks the Nets. You never know क्या होगा फिर. It would be interesting to see an outsider breach
yeah,
there.
I mean, if Lakers manage to beat Phoenix,
Which they will.
then I don't see anyone else stopping them. I think because Denver without
I
Jamal
didn't
Murray.
see the Suns beating them either.
No,
If
I
they're
think Suns have a good chance, but they have the best chance out of all the teams that are they're going to play apart from Clippers. If Clippers,
Yeah, true. Apart from Clippers, Suns have the best chance.
Suns have the
Agreed.
best chance.
Yeah. But again,
Because they'll beat Portland, they'll
I
beat
think they're
Denver in the
playing
next series.
tonight.
Yeah, they're playing tonight.
Even Clippers are playing tonight. So.
Yep.
yeah, Clippers को
Apart
तो
from
आज
Clippers,
Luka
I
game
think
है.
Phoenix is the only team that can still be give just because of Chris Paul. But-
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't think any other team. And as we say that, Kevin is giving the finish this topic because
Yeah,
I think I'm pretty sure the
Yeah,
listeners
yeah.
are like, what the fuck are
I
these
don't
guys
think we'll
talking
play
about?
so
off
we'll
with
move
that.
on to a topic where Kevin can talk more.
I'm pretty
Kevin,
sure majority of our
Harry
listeners.
Kane.
Yeah, देखो, once in a while we are going to have these. We are going to have
cares?
these
Who
sports-based
cares?
episodes to all our listeners क्योंकि अभी
course.
क्योंकि जब finals और playoffs ये सब चल रही होती है तब ये थोड़ा interest आता है. अभी next topic football का है तो Kevin will be
Football.
much
So
more.
Kevin will be much more loud. Kevin, Harry Kane.
Who cares?
There's a lot of
Nobody cares
Atletico
about
Madrid
Spurs.
winning
Nobody
the
cares about
La
Harry
Liga.
Kane.
Suarez being vindicated
Yes.
and holding
You
it
should
over Ronald Koeman.
You should pick your Champions League ka wo.
Abhi, let
Yeah, I think-
Kevin do a roundup of the football world. Kevin, tell
Kevin,
us what is
tell
what
us.
is of importance in the football world.
Yes. Update. Okay, Harry Kane,
Nothing.
Kevin, what is your prediction? Let's see what you think. He's going to stay.
He's going to stay.
क्या वो देश
He's
छोड़
going
के
to
जा रहा
stay. I don't think they're going to
Yeah,
stay.
he's leaving a Tottenham Hotspur.
No, he's leaving the planet Arnav. That's-
I mean, he could join.
If he
He
joins
can
City
join
now.
City.
This is bullshit. If he joins City.
Why can't he join us? We came second.
Why would he join you guys?
Amrit,
City
by the way,
is better
Amrit
option.
team is United. When he
Where
says
he's
we
got
as
a
in
team
United.
built around him.
Yeah, obviously. Oh, वैसे अच्छा मुझे लगा
Oh
मुझे
yeah, for our listeners,
I thought
Amrit's
Arnav is
team is
telling me.
United.
I mean,
I was like, अबे मैं confused हो गया. But we
he's
came second.
if he's going to leave Spurs, he's going to leave. If he's going to leave Spurs, he's going to join a
Hey,
team that's going to guarantee
we guarantee
some
Europa
trophy.
League finals.
And that's not
Can you
United.
guarantee that? And Akash ke club mein to they're all racist, so you shouldn't go there. And Arnav
Champions
and
League
Arnav-
final, baby. Champions League final. Hopefully we win, man. At least win one cup, man. Let's go. with
Wait,
one
who's
cup.
the other finalist? City is the other finalist. No?
City.
Is there a way both of you lose? But yeah.
We've beaten City in every Premier League match, but I do not know about Champions League.
Amrit बहुत ही tough spot में है. He doesn't want Chelsea to win because of Akash,
But
City to win because of United.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't care as much about United as I want Akash to
Nah.
lose. So,
Amrit has lost his spark football as much like I
Bhai-
did until I see a big match.
भाई अभी इस उम्र में ना you just want your friends की sports teams to do bad. I don't particularly care कि मेरी टीम के वैसे क्या होता है. Like
Yeah, I don't even watch the matches. I just get a notification if Man United lose, and I just if I find out, I just message Amrit. Amrit, क्या हो गया? The number is just like क्या हो गया अभी? Amrit's like,
लास्ट
I
फ्यू
don't know.
इयर्स में तो इट्स लाइक मेरे जो ग्रुप वाले पुराने जो लोग थे दे हैव स्टॉप्ड मैसेजिंग मी बिकॉज़ द सेम थिंग दैट हैपेंस विद यू हैपेंस विद मी. भाई तूने देखा? मैंने कहा नहीं. लाइक हमारे क्लोज फ्रेंड अभय के साथ लिटरली दिस कन्वर्सेशन प्लेड आउट दिस ईयर. मैन आई कांट बिलीव इट. मैंने कहा या आई आल्सो कांट बिलीव इट. नाउ टेल मी पहले ही बता हुआ क्या, then I will also not believe it.
That happens with me here as well. My friends, they say we
No,
just
but it's
some
see that's
Chelsea
the thing.
loses.
That's the thing.
Eh?
On the Harry Kane thing, it's going to be the most positive story because बाकी सारे will be like कि कौन कितने पैसे खर्च करता है, कौन कितने वो करता है,
Yep.
कौन who is trying to break away from the league. Instead of those storylines कि ओ इंग्लैंड का कैप्टन किस टीम के लिए खेलेगा. Kevin, when does the new season start? August क्या?
Yeah, but I think this year is going to be a little bit more later, maybe.
Euros
Oh,
कब है?
Euros are coming.
Euros.
Oh yes.
Oh my,
But it's
wait.
I
Euros
hate
is this
Euros,
year?
man.
Yep,
I have
yep.
feeling that Euros
The
is
next
going
year's
to
World Cup.
Bhai,
yeah.
I can't
It got
believe.
postponed now from
I
last year.
literally had zero idea. Shit.
And there's going to be Copa America as well. So I think
Cares about
half
the
of our
Euros.
players will be injured.
I don't.
No, yeah,
Does
but
the Euros
I
has
used
so
to,
much
no,
following, but
Akash, I used to watch that and World Cup at least.
the World Cup I get. Euros. Euros
Yeah,
I've
it's a
always
lot
been
more
like,
interesting.
but I guess
I mean,
no,
I
yeah,
would
that
watch the
could be
semi-final
not
and
the
the
group
final.
stages and all and everything. Not for
Yeah, I
Euros.
probably
Not for
would.
me.
Not for
But
Euros.
Euros, Spain का कुछ पंगा है ना? Ramos is not
Yeah.
selected. A lot of people are not selected for Spain.
Oh yeah,
Oh
he
yeah,
didn't select the entire
didn't
Real
didn't
Madrid
select
to
anyone
say
from Real
"Ek hi
Madrid
player ko nahi liya."
for the Spanish team.
And that's why like people are like, so the coach of current coach of Spain was the ex-coach of Barcelona, and he's also he's also a player who switched from Real Madrid to Barcelona. That is why like they are like, oh, this is a whole strategy to put down one club, but he's like, I didn't like Ramos hasn't played for 4 months or 5 months, so that's why I'm not
So,
going to
but
take it.
Kevin, do they have a strong team anymore?
No, we beat them. Oh,
I
you're
think
talking
they
about
have a
Spain.
decent enough team. I think.
Yeah, I was going to say the team I
No, I was
remember.
talking about
Yeah.
thought Real Madrid.
Spain always has Spain as a whole. A country makes so much talent. Though.
I
They
still
have a
think
very
France
young
is
team
probably
as well.
still the top team to beat.
Belgium,
Belgium is young.
See,
I
France.
mean, not even young anymore.
England.
If
I don't
you
think.
Akash,
England has been. England has been believing they'll win the World Cup for so long. I think they lost. Every year they think we're winning the World
see Akash, when you have fast players who play counter-attacking, you just throw like you play park the bus and nothing will happen. We can't do anything.
Cup.
Mbappe is an example of it.
Yeah, but it makes for
Nothing.
really exciting
Can't do
TV.
shit.
People के लिए
Sure.
watching Kylian Mbappe play is something that जिनको interest भी नहीं है वही बोलेंगे ओ देख कितना तेज भागा. Like no, like my mother saw like Rashford और खेलते, she was like, oh that child runs very fast. मैंने कहा yes.
The child.
भाई
But
Was
he
he,
क्या
doesn't
बात
do
he a
anything
top
after
goal
that
scorer in
running.
Man United apart from Bruno?
Yeah. Akash, since हम second in the
He's
league है,
improved a
हमारे पास
lot.
बहुत सारे
Yeah.
goal
But I
scorer
don't
हैं. Top
think-
कौन है उसका particular idea नहीं है मुझे.
But I feel Rashford
नहीं,
doesn't
Kevin,
do
वो
anything
क्योंकि
as
तुझे
a
फुटबॉल का ज्यादा
striker.
आइडिया नहीं है
They
तो
should
it's okay,
never
you
play
can say
him in the
anything.
center.
But actually Rashford is an excellent player क्योंकि वो ऐसा भागता है उल्टा भी भागता है, वो दोनों कर सकता है, बहुत अच्छा प्लेयर है वो. एंड वो रोनाल्डो जैसे. एंड वन थिंग अबाउट रैशफोर्ड इज ऑफ ऑल द
Amrit,
यंग
can you
प्लेयर्स ही
give
डज
a-
so much positivity off the
Yeah,
field
I was
also.
about to say.
I will
Social
never say I imagine
Oh, yeah,
somebody
that's
at that
amazing.
age going and
That's
feeding
I'll give.
hungry
He's-
people. Like most youngsters के stand.
He's apparently donated.
Kevin
He's
is
apparently
not
raised
just
about
that.
$29 million
He under before
the
the age of
last 2
25
years.
he has tried to change the law itself, and on his free days this guy is seen
Yep.
personally going to the shelters, hanging out, giving out food. So whatever he
No, he
and
successfully
he
changed.
called for that.
He successfully changed the rule. Now every
midday meal
school in
scheme कुछ
UK
था ना
has to
उनका वो,
give
and it's
food
amazing.
to their kids
And he's himself
for
out
lunch.
there. तो ये कैसा भी
हाँ.
करे कोर्ट पे, I don't care. If somebody doing something that,
Yeah,
and
it's
he
amazing.
plays for Manchester United, हमारी academy से आया, तो Kevin, shame on you. So yeah, he's a terrifically good player. So,
Okay, apart from him, what about Haaland? Where do you think he'll go? He's the biggest signing, I think, that's going to happen.
कौन?
Transfer window. You think he's going to stay in Dortmund?
He's going to stay.
नहीं वो भी हमारे पास आ रहा है.
Yeah. Like, ये साल ये साल if a club pays $150 million for him,
हम
who's going to pay his big salaries? Next year his release clause is 75 million and the remaining like 20-30 million he'll take as salary. So उसके लिए भी advantage है. So he'll stay for one more year. His value will also increase. His release clause will
How
be
tall
lower.
is that guy, man?
He'll
That
have
guy
more
seems pretty
options.
Tall, man.
This year, Real Madrid and Barca can't afford it.
I
That's
think
why
those were his
he's not
top
going to
choices
go
as well.
this year.
he's coming
He
to
wants
us.
to
don't
probably
worry.
join one of those. Yeah, probably Real. He'll probably
Yeah,
go to
Real
Kevin,
need players now.
हम फिर हमें कौन मिल रहा है स्ट्राइकर में फिर? हमारे पास कोई नहीं है.
No,
अबे
he signed.
Cavani है ना.
वो बुढ़ा किसी भी दिन गिर जाएगा बे.
Why? They
And-
say he's a very good leader for your team.
हाँ तो फिर तू उसको बस चलाने को दे दो ना, तो उसको पूरे गेम खिलाने
बस
को
चलाने को दे दो।
सीनियर प्लेयर नहीं होते
I
जो
think Amrit wants all सबको इंजर करना चाहता है अमृत.
Such a
जेम्स को भी,
ageist-
इसको भी, जो इसको पसंद नहीं है इंजर हो जाए, राइट?
Arnav,
Wow.
old people should not get in the way of the younger ones. उनका young players.
Even James is old, but he's still the best, unfortunately.
Such a
कि
ageist.
वो खत्म हो जाएगा अभी. वो बात कर रहे थे रिसेंटली कि अब जेम्स जब किस पोस्ट अप करता है and he pushes back on the younger players don't disappear as much. इतनी आसानी से हटते नहीं है. वो कह रहे हो ब्रिजेस वगैरह पे वो पोस्ट अप कर रहा था एंड वो दे वर नॉट बजिंग द सेम वे. लाइक यू नो जितना नॉर्मली जब जेम्स पकड़ता है तुम्हें वहां पे लो पोस्ट के बाद इट्स यूजुअली
Yeah,
ओवर.
man. They figured out his weakness, man. Just poke him in the eye. The guy's dead. He's gone. Except he scored a 3-pointer still.
Yeah, exactly.
After that.
He still ended up.
Yeah, but that's a sad thing. Now that was a play-in game which was probably had more interest than anything else that was done. It's the same thing with football, you know. Like I get why this Euro Soccer League, Super League thing was bad, but if I don't see any of the top 10, 12 teams playing, I won't even turn it on. Interesting.
No, because you have been supporting big
watch
teams for.
regardless of what, assume United is like 18th in the league and Chelsea is like 14th or 15th or something also, I would still watch Chelsea versus United over
Yeah,
whoever
that's
is first or second. I mean, it's possibly because that's Akash's team, so I want him to lose.
That's the only reason. That's the
problem-
only reason.
Like Kevin keeps saying that Barcelona and Madrid are no longer but I would not watch an Atletico game. I would watch Barcelona Madrid only. Like if मेरे सामने टीवी पे चल रहा है तो.
I don't think
care.
I've watched an Atletico game until Kevin has probably put it on when Barcelona plays them. Otherwise, I've never watched an Atletico game ever.
I think strategy-wise, they're one of the
अच्छा,
best teams.
It's
That's why
such a I
don't
want to watch a
mind it.
game where flashy things happen. लोग बहुत तेज ऊपर नीचे भागते हैं. याद है वो गेम केविन जिसमें कोई स्कोर लाइन
Yeah,
8-3
that's
या
true.
कुछ था, वो वाला गेम बड़ा मजा आया था उसमें. ऊपर नीचे लोग
But
भाग रहे
Amrit,
थे.
you should support smaller clubs. यही तो पूरा प्रॉब्लम है. The way अपन ने प्रवचन दिया एक पॉडकास्ट पे, we should support smaller movies. Same concept goes यहाँ पे. We
Yeah,
should support
smaller movies
But
are
it's
clubs.
not
smaller
like
clubs
these guys are not paying money for the smaller clubs anyway, so he's not even helping them. Before at university, we used to find illegal streams at the time, so we're not even giving money to the smaller clubs.
नहीं यार, अभी मैं लीगल स्ट्रीम्स ही देखता हूँ.
Yeah, I
And he
don't
still
know
doesn't even
anyone
watch
of
his
us.
team.
I
Doesn't watch his team play. Smaller.
I used to watch baseball still on वो illegal streams, but फुटबॉल तो भाई सालों से लीगल स्ट्रीम पे देखे, क्योंकि उतने कम गेम्स देखते हैं, साल में 3-4 बार देखते हैं. जो हॉटस्टार या उस पे होगा सोनी लाइफ पे, वही गेम्स देखने के मिलेंगे.
I'm planning to watch the finals weekend पे अभी.
कौन से फाइनल?
कब है
The
finals?
Chelsea, Man City, 29th.
यार आई थॉट
29th,
आई
right?
वांटेड टू
Yeah.
सी कि अगर क्या हम सारे भाई मिलके करके देख पाएंगे, बट केविन सेड कि कुछ रात को कुछ है ना
It's
मैच.
happening in London, no? Yeah.
I
They moved it
can.
from Turkey.
No, I can. Let's do the Champions League final
Yeah.
at it's on Saturday.
India it will
night
be,
at
I think, midnight, but
12:30.
weekend है, so you should be fine.
Yeah.
We all will
Saturday
support
रात है
City.
Yeah.
I just want Kalia to lose. I have literally no other stake in this guy. I don't care. So,
Thank you, Kevin. Kevin's a true.
Akash, I'm with you. I'll
Thank you,
support Chelsea.
चल बे.
Now,
Kevin will
what-
shift
what?
sides in 5 seconds. इसमें कोई वो नहीं है, बेशरम.
That even
Let
I
us
will. If
move.
Chelsea scores first couple of goals, मैं भी side switch कर लूँगा.
Akash, if you win also, I will
Arnav
consider
switches
you.
every year.
Akash,
I have
your
never
team
seen
can
Arnav.
Akash, your team can win. I still think you're the loser in it. तो कुछ भी कर ले. I will never acknowledge it whatsoever.
He'll still say Chelsea, Chelsea हार गई थी. He wouldn't.
Well,
Even if Chelsea win,
Akash,
they might be
so
holding the
just
cup.
even
मैं हार
so
गई
just
थी.
because the racists win means we acknowledge them or
Uh,
what? No. And after what you guys did to Frank Lampard, do you think we do it to any of our ex-players like Ryan Giggs? No. उसकी controversy से पहले ही उसको निकाल दिया. दिमाग.
दिमाग.
Oh, by the way, there's some documentary or some movie. I don't know what's coming out on Amazon Prime about that United का manager
Ferguson.
कौन था? Yeah.
On Ferguson.
If Amrit, you might be interested. It's on Amazon Prime, I think.
gave an
What do you mean by
interview,
United का वो manager कौन था?
I don't know his
Like,
name, na? Alex something.
Probably the best manager of all time.
This is our one lasting glory that we'll talk about for next 200 years.
The one they will never stop talking about because they won't get another manager like him.
क्योंकि उसके बाद
No
कुछ
one
करा
will
ही नहीं
get
है.
it. Yeah.
अभी हमारा Frodo is trying to win.
Ferguson's like,
उसको
I feel
पहली
like
trophy-
Ferguson checked. He said like, oh shit, this is going bad. I'll
That's
just
the
leave
weird
now.
thing, you know, हमारे unsuccessful years में we have still won stuff like the Europa League and
Yep.
everything. The club that makes the most fun of United is Arsenal. और उन्होंने आज तक कुछ नहीं किया. And they still managed to like make fun of us. I never understand. They are like 10th or 11th this year. Kalia, what was the rank?
They're
11th, I know.
ninth. If I'm
Wow, 9th. Can you imagine? उनके fans जिंदा कैसे मुझे आज तक समझ नहीं आया. But yeah.
Arsenal TV is always one to see Arsenal fan TV.
यार वो आर्सेनल
fans
टीवी में
react
जो
so
पॉइंट बनता था वो जो क्लाइड करके एक आता था उसकी डेथ
Yep.
हो गई यार. आई वाज सो डिप्रेस्ड
That's sad.
बेचारा.
But
मतलब इनकी इतनी entertaining-
let's not go focus on the depressing news.
Yes.
Let's move on to the extraterrestrial news that has come out.
ओए क्या हुआ आकाश?
The Pentagon confirms UFO sightings by the
Wait,
US Navy.
Don't say it like that. Say it with bit more interest. पेंटागन ने कहा कि एलियंस आ चुके हैं. ऐसे बोल.
Akash,
wait,
it's
they didn't
because
say
I was
that.
playing that Kalhona Ho tune. So I've called him.
कोई मिल गया.
कोई मिल
कोई
गया,
मिल
Kevin,
गया.
not Kalhona.
Kalhona.
अबे
Oh yeah, कोई मिल गया.
कल होना हो is the movie जिसके बाद you think
Shahrukh
that Arnav
Khan.
has heart disease.
Yes.
No, that wasn't me. That was you.
नहीं, but कोई मुझे पता है क्या?
Yeah.
मुझे पता नहीं है न्यूज़ क्या है. Can someone explain actually हुआ क्या है?
Abey, it's
Arey,
nothing.
so someone
UAE
took a keyboard and then did
Rakesh
अरे कोई
Roshan
मिल गया हमें
actually-
नहीं. I'm talking about
Kevin-
Pentagon की news.
हाँ तो they've taken pictures of something flying in the air like a saucer shaped thing.
Akash,
Multiple
was it a
pictures of saucer
frisbee?
shape.
What is
Yeah,
it? Was it a frisbee?
I'll
thing
send
is
you
ना,
the
आकाश,
pictures while you guys
you will
are
ruin it. तो
talking.
क्या हुआ, कुछ लोग ना बीच वॉलीबॉल खेल रहे थे तो एक बंदा नाइट गॉगल्स के साथ बैठा था.
But
तो
this was in
उसने
the middle
देखा
of the
हवा
sea.
में बॉल उड़ रही है तो उसने बोला अनआइडेंटिफाइड बॉल है. फिर पेंटागन ने आके बोला कि दिस इज अनआइडेंटिफाइड फ्लाइंग ऑब्जेक्ट.
Okay, so
That's
you're
the-
making these stories up. Officially कोई
No.
उन्होंने वो
The
नहीं किया, right?
Pentagon has officially said that
Yeah.
there have been UFO sightings. This doesn't mean aliens. This just means what a UFO means is an unidentified flying object. They just don't know
Yeah.
what that thing is.
अरे
This
यार, अरे
doesn't
but
mean alien or anything.
doesn't matter. UFO still
It could
अब
be.
वो- or do they mean कि कोई
It could be a drone of some other country. It could be anything. They
Eh,
just don't know.
if it's a drone then they
unidentified.
should not be saying
It could be
UFO,
some-
right?
Because it's unidentified to them, na? So they don't know what it is.
No, if it's a
Yeah,
drone,
because
it's a
Arnav,
drone. It's
They-
not an
They don't know because it's a
object.
saucer shaped thing. There's some different other shape. I'll send you the pictures.
ये
what
गवर्नमेंट
they've
भी
taken
useless है.
US
कुछ भी conspiracy वो
US Navy.
create करती है.
But Obama has said as well, Obama came in an interview just after this news came, that the first question he probably asked was about the alien thing. Because everyone always asks that, they say, any president that comes, because you hear such conspiracy theories. He said there is no such thing as they having an alien frozen.
They
Experimenting
have
on
come
them.
back to take. They have
He
come
said-
back to take Trump back to the place he's come from.
Oh, I don't think he's the alien here. He's very much as human as it gets. In my opinion.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, तुम्हें जितना भी
But,
बोलना है, he's the reflection of us human.
Obama did say they have a lot of pictures of unidentified flying objects, which they do not know what they are. And when you see a circle-shaped something flying, then people assume it's going to be an alien spaceship, because I don't know why a circle-shaped thing is
Yeah, I don't,
associated with
just
alien
because movies
spaceship.
में I
It
think
just,
circle बनाया था सबको
just
वही
for
लगता है.
movies. but it makes for interesting conversation.
तो भाई
So,
तुम्हें
Akash,
लगता है
do
क्या
you
यार,
think-
अगर ओके लेट्स बी लॉजिकल यार, आई थिंक ये जो केविन और आकाश ऐसे टॉपिक बर्बाद मत करो, तुम थिंक अबाउट इट सीरियसली. अगर एलियन आया तो वो आएगा कहाँ पे, ये सोचो पहले. हमारे यहाँ तो आने नहीं वाला, कुछ मिलने वाला है नहीं वैसे.
कोविड लेके जाएगा इंडिया आया तो.
पार्किंग के लिए नहीं,
And
पार्किंग के लिए भी जगह नहीं मिलेगा.
if alien comes, can anybody ask it to wear mask? कोई पूछ सकता है
See, now
उससे?
if they come to Jaipur area, I'm pretty sure a camel or a cow is going to block its way.
अबे वो उड़ के आ रहे हैं, रास्ते में चलने नहीं आ रहा तेरे साथ. ये अपने आप
But I accidentally almost I was so scared. There was a camel just
मतलब
crossed
ट्रैफिक
away.
में कुछ एक महीना क्या रह लिया, सडनली इसके दिमाग में अलग अलग थॉट्स आ रहे
But Amrit, to answer your question,
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल
even humans are not wearing mask right now, so it's.
हाँ, तो सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का तो होना नहीं है. वायरस लग गया तो भाई क्या करेगा, पूरा उसका स्पीशीज विल गेट नॉक्ड आउट जैसे हमारा हो रहा है. तो बेसिकली
Amrit, maybe they are the ones who
चाहिए.
gave the virus.
तेरी वाली डॉक्यूमेंट्री में तो तू कह रहा था कि वायरस वो वुहान से आया है, अब तू बोल रहा है कि यहाँ दूसरे
Okay, I honestly want you guys to it's not a documentary, it's an interview, but watch that documentary. It's from 2019, and that guy who was also on the investigative team of WHO who went to Wuhan. He has a non-profit who funds वहाँ की virology lab, but they know so much about coronavirus. It's crazy. But yeah, anyways, that's a different topic.
Yes, तो फिर
Back to aliens.
फिर वहां से आया था क्या, या एलियन कहीं और से आया था? What do you think?
But
Arnav?
first of all, do you think Amrit alien है?
Obviously है.
Wuhan
अबे
में-
यार तूने
I
haven't you
100%
heard
think
when Kevin gets emotional about political topics? Definitely I think aliens in there. क्योंकि
Arey,
उसके
so Wuhan में there is an underground where these UFOs go and create all those things.
see, none of your
hey,
fantasy
Kevin, stop making jokes on this. This is a serious topic, okay?
Yeah, सही में. अब aliens ये
I don't
podcast
like
जो
this.
सुनते हैं, all the aliens who listen to this podcast,
Exactly.
what will they think?
I'd like to see how people in India would react if that newspaper
अबे
headline is
चप्पल मारेंगे रास्ते में पकड़ के पेलेंगे उसको. चल.
But ये सारी ऐसी न्यूज़ सिर्फ यूएस से ही बाहर आती है कि एलियंस हैं.
सच में ना?
I don't think चाइना, इंडिया, रशिया किसको पड़ी है.
उनसे ज्यादा वेला कौन है इस पॉइंट में भी? वही तो. वही
But
That's also
unless
true.
China has an
See.
alien and doesn't want to talk about it, unless India has an alien and doesn't want, India
Yeah,
has Amir
because
Khan.
they
ना?
have things to deal with. Asian countries
China's
में-
probably caught the alien. China's probably caught the alien and
Yeah,
questioning
अबे
where the aliens come from.
उसके साथ वो 5G नेटवर्क बना रहे होंगे ढंग से वहां पे, और हम यहाँ पे लड़ रहे हैं कि एलियन आएगा तो क्या. मैं तो कह रहा हूँ एलियन आता है तो उनको रुकाओ, पूछो, देखो भाई क्या सीन है तुम्हारा, बताओ दिक्कत क्या है, ऐसे छुप छुप के क्यों घूम रहे हो, अच्छा नहीं होता ऐसा लोगों के शीशे के बाहर में ऐसे कर रहे हो. तमीज है तो नीचे आके बात करो, और थोड़ा हमको थोड़ा
What if he's like Amir Khan?
Yeah,
वो कौन
अपने
है?
में से कोई हो सकता है, क्या पता अमृत.
Yeah, he could be
I
running
told
around
you, Kevin.
naked somewhere
I told
on the
you.
train tracks.
जैसे
like Amir.
Oh, then it's Kevin. Kevin likes to go naked anyway,
Naked.
stores में और in something.
एंड केविन का सर पे भी वो उनका साइन है, सर्कल. तो आई डेफिनेटली फील
You asshole.
केविन रैंडमली डिड समथिंग टू
नहीं,
हिज.
but Kevin is emotional. वो alien नहीं हो सकता.
दैट माइट बी हिज कवर स्टोरी. वो एक्टिंग कर रहा है. अभी देख
उसके पास दिल है अमृत, जो अपने पास नहीं है.
What if the second coming of the greater force is actually alien?
कौन सा ग्रेटर फोर्स?
As in like what everyone calls God and everything. Like what if that is
Oh,
Oh
actually
no, there is a
alien?
theory, Kevin, that
Yeah.
aliens came onto Earth and populated, and we're part
अबे-
of that.
अबे ये केविन जैसे लोग ना बस ये आर्टिकल और व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ के आते हैं. तूने इसने तो सुना नहीं है? एक टाइम पे क्या हुआ था केविन, लेट मी टीच यू केविन. पता है क्योंकि तेरा एजुकेशन कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ. ये टेसरैक्ट करके एक चीज आया था, उसके थ्रू लोकी आया. तूने वो
It's
सुना है?
Tesseract, okay?
नो, इट इज टेसरैक्ट. हमारे यहाँ
Tesseract?
पे थिएटर में टेसरैक्ट बुलाया था, फिर लोकी आया. तूने वो वाला नहीं सुना था? Where do you think that का inspiration came? That is real life story, भाई.
That
Loki
seems
के साथ-
very possible.
Yes, Loki
Didn't
was
he
Luka.
poke
Luka उसका नाम
Didn't
था.
he
Loki
poke a
कर दिया.
spear?
And now he
into it
plays
or
in the
something
NBA.
like that?
Basically,
Yeah.
he's doing his
And-
wizardry in the NBA right
and
now.
उसके नाम पे ancients invented a vegetable called Loki. सुना है तूने? Luka.
Aye, aye.
और भाई
Really
साहब,
bad. Aye, aye. This is so
The amount
bad.
of connections he's making now.
भाई ये गलती है ना. देख पता है सच्चाई क्या है केविन, एंड दैट्स व्हाई यू शुड लिसन टू दीस डिस्कशंस मोर. लोग ना ये सच्चाई छुपाना चाहते हैं एलियंस के बारे में. उनको लगता है कि ये सच्चाई बाहर है, इसलिए तो दूसरी चीजों पे लड़ते रहते हैं वो. इसलिए तू देख जो भी चीजों पे रिसर्च करता है उसका पॉइंट क्या है. तूने कभी एलियंस पे रिसर्च किया है? बिकॉज सच्चाई उनके हाथ में है. दे नो हाउ फ्यूटाइल ऑल ऑफ दिस इज. इसलिए तो 2021 में ही why would the Pentagon even release this? Every conspiracy theorist in the world is having a field time like
there is
imagining
some time period that they have to release certain documents to the public.
Okay,
I sent a
if
link
the alien is
which shows
listening
the
to us,
pictures. If you scroll down, it
can
shows the
we-
pictures of the UFOs.
since the alien is listening to us, can we have him do a couple of favors? ट्रम्प को ले लो, फिर योगी आदित्यनाथ और दूसरा क्या पतंजलि वाला बंदा, उसको भी उठा लो भाई, ले लो. कोई काम का नहीं है ये लड़े.
मैंने कहा था ना इसको 5 मिनट देते तो एलियन यहीं से आएगा.
मतलब kudos
I
Kevin,
actually
you
seriously-
connected the alien with politics on the ground. Kudos to you.
You know, by the way, this yesterday I read like about that coronal thing being given, like 1 lakh of coronal being given for free in Haryana to
because
corona patients.
It cures the coronavirus. I mean, you don't believe it?
When I saw that, I was like, okay, this is like beyond. It's like someone is making fun of people at
There
this
was a
point.
terrible joke which was like they said banner पे लिखा था WHO approved. तो कुछ लोगों ने बोला कि you had to read it as who approved.
That's actually pretty good.
That's a good one, yeah.
That's pretty good.
So like you have to take these things with a pinch of salt.
लोग तो बहुत वो खा रहे हैं स्टार्टिंग में मार्च से. कोरोना तो खा ही रहे हैं. बहुत सारे लोग होम्योपैथिक मेडिसिन भी खा रहे हैं because apparently it cures corona or it prevents corona.
Okay, full disclosure, I have been since the beginning of war have been having homeo alongside. I got my parents vaccinated, but we put them on a treatment.
India is a different country. यहाँ पे ये alternative medicine तो बहुत ही.
Arsenicum album is the medicine that we have been having, the homeo medicine that we're actually सामने पड़ी है.
Obviously it's not proven, but people still have it, right? So
yeah, because this medicine has been given in our family for the pure reason कि until vaccination comes. Since the beginning, जो दादाजी है मेरी wife के, he's an engineer who later went into homeopathy.
See,
So
I don't have a problem with homeopathy. I'm saying that coronal, why I was making fun of it was because initially it was advertised as curing coronavirus, and then the code got involved, and then they said it's an immunity booster.
Yeah,
so that's essentially what dates is also technically an immunity booster only. So is oranges, man. Just go to the market and buy some dates and orange and eat it.
Market नहीं जा सकते, वहाँ पे कोरोना वायरस है, इसलिए घर पे बैठ के दवाई खाओ.
Big basket.
Oh yeah, I
problem.
sent you guys.
Oh, Kevin,
I want
rich
you guys
people
to look
only
at the
get from big basket, okay? Small
look at the
business
pictures that have been associated.
Yeah,
with the
देखा मैंने.
No, what is your? These are the pictures released, and the video is a video has been released of the thing.
Akash,
by the Pentagon.
I think Photoshop is a possible option.
No, this is by Pentagon, Kevin. So it's US government.
I mean, even
Kevin,
stronger version of Photoshop is possible.
Do you know Pentagon? ये वाला Pentagon. और पता है वो एकदम कभी झूठ नहीं बोलते कभी.
Isn't US the only one with like a specialized army that can fight, that is like given the role of fighting?
यार तुझे
Space Force, Space Force.
तूने एकता टाइगर नहीं देखी थी? तूने एकता टाइगर नहीं देखी थी? एकता टाइगर में क्या भाई ने क्या बताया था? क्या क्या इंडिया में सब कुछ है.
अपने पास भाई है ना.
No, but we don't have Tiger anymore. He went rogue.
उसके बाद वो जो जैकी श्रॉफ के बेटे की मूवी थी उसमें क्या हुआ था? वो कौन सी एजेंसी थी?
That was an agency. That was just some guy learning martial arts and running. Oh, you're talking about war. Didn't he also betray India?
मतलब तू जैकी श्रॉफ के बेटे की मूवीज देखा कर यार, उसमें सारी एजेंसीज का फुल इन्फॉर्मेशन.
He also betrayed India as well. Hrithik Roshan had to save the day.
अरे कौन सी मूवी है जिसमें the agent did not betray India for the girl? ऐसी कौन सी? There has to be some agency, some movie in which they remain loyal. Oh रुक जा. Kevin, have you not watched Family Man? मनोज बाजपेयी की series. That is the Pentagon we have.
Yes, the one person makes the Pentagon.
But it seems like किसी उसने ये photos जो लिए किसी उसने military के किसी
No, it is like the second photo is done by an Air Force.
Yeah,
He's flying
Air
a
Force
fighter
के किसी-
plane.
Yeah.
So no, I
Okay.
mean these are official government pictures of the thing. It's
No,
not
I'm
like
sure
some-
they have seen something. I don't think they will just post some random US.
they're not saying it's aliens because obviously
Yeah.
there's not enough
अबे
evidence.
यार
to say.
बात वैसी होती है ना, रात को जब तेज हवा आती है दरवाजा बंद होता है, मैं थोड़ा ना कह रहा हूँ भूत है, पर मैं बाहर नहीं जाऊंगा, कुछ भी हो सकता है ना.
अमृत दिन की फोटो है.
Yes, this is the same logic. Exactly same logic.
या पेंटागन नहीं कह रहा कि एलियन नहीं है, पर पेंटागन कह रहा है रात को बाहर मत जाओ.
Yes.
सोचा कर
Exactly.
यार, तुम्हें सरकार हमेशा तुम्हें बचाने की कोशिश करती है. गवर्नमेंट इज नेवर एवर ट्राइंग.
But US has officially a program called Space Force or something.
Force, yes. Donald
Yeah.
Trump.
I have no idea what they're planning to do with it,
Yeah,
but they have
अबे
officially.
क्या कहते हैं,
militarizing their
Steve,
space.
the chief of that is
Steve
Steve
Carell.
Carell.
Steve Carell. I knew he would say this. I knew he would say this. But
तो यार ये ना, ये तुम सब
he
ये
got-
जो फॉल्स न्यूज और फेक न्यूज मानते हो, तुमने
But,
स्टीव करल
Akash,
पे बनाया कि
हाँ,
स्पेस फोर्स.
Akash, when is Nick Fury going to take control?
no, Steve Carell's already in control.
वो
Steve Carell
ऑलरेडी
is
बोल
already-
चुका है तुम्हें कि शील्ड में उनको
No,
छुपा
he got
हुआ
very-
होता सारा.
They were panicking when India's satellite, the Mars thing happened. They were panicking in the TV series. I saw the documentary. Steve Carell was very panicking a lot in that episode.
सैम क्यों, किस बात पे?
That he thought India reached Mars and landed.
Okay, let's just say. Okay, Amrit, if a UFO lands in Kerala, what will they
Yes,
do?
a UF Amrit. If a UF lands in Kerala, what will you do?
UFO, I said.
देख भाई, मैं तो पहले यार
UFO.
देख, अनलाइक तुम लोगों का ना, देख तुम्हारा प्रॉब्लम है, you've gotten older and very bitter about life. Kevin, I would be like, मैं तो भाई बंदे बोलूंगा तू आ यार, let us talk about the universe. क्या क्या है बताओ. I discuss life and philosophy and then hopefully अगर उसकी शिप में कुछ काम का है तो उसको बेच के टोनी स्टार्क वाला काम करेंगे, क्योंकि टोनी स्टार्क के पापा बिलियनर वैसे बने थे क्योंकि उन्होंने टेक्नोलॉजी एलियन से चुराई थी, याद है?
No,
I would like to
not
steal their
exactly,
technology.
but okay.
और फिर क्या हुआ था, मेगाट्रॉन आया था. मुझे फिर पूछना है कि मेगाट्रॉन
Okay, ये बहुत हो गया अभी साले. हट बे.
Okay, but back to
He's
our
like making
Kevin
Megatron UFO. पता नहीं
For
कहाँ.
past 15 minutes क्या हो रहा है? बहुत हो चुका था बहुत पहले.
yeah, it happened. But back to
I am
Arnav's question.
but that is genuinely what I want from them.
But back to Arnav's question. Do you guys think aliens exist,
Yes.
Kevin?
Absolutely.
Arnav?
Mhm.
Okay, that's good. Everyone agrees that aliens exist. Because if we're the only
नाम उसको
people
कुछ भी
living-
तो, but there's something
there's
something
some
out
sort
there.
of form.
I'm sure that, I mean, there's what, how many galaxies are there?
No one knows.
Millions
Kevin-
and millions.
Yeah.
When we get Neil deGrasse
Essentially,
Tyson,
millions and
we'll
millions.
ask him.
At least one of them should have a planet that has fucking people in it.
Yeah. It's
If
not
not,
like-
there's another dimension, if not, at least.
Any dimension is not been
Yeah, in a parallel
proven
universe
entity.
you have hair, Kevin. Don't worry.
Parallel universe, yes.
Exactly. Okay.
Not in this one. Parallel one.
Talking about parallel universes, let's move on to the newest trailer by the MCU, the Marvel
Wow.
Cinematic Universe. Let's talk
What a
about the
transition,
Eternals.
Akash, right there.
Basically
Yeah,
जिस भी
actually,
Hollywood actor
Amrit
को-
set up the transition, but you started
Yes.
bringing politics into it when he started the Loki shit.
Yeah,
I was going
सही
to
में.
transition, and then you put politics.
और मुझसे
Kevin went
बोलता है,
from
मैं
Loki
तो-
to Yogi Adityanath.
Yeah, he went there.
यहाँ पे मैं तुम्हें प्रोफेशनल सेगवेज दे रहा हूँ और तुम बेशर्म की तरह इतना भी
I
नहीं
was
करते.
going to say
But
that
I think-
Kevin said, I hope they abduct these guys.
No,
Yeah.
but I think the Eternals का जो ट्रेलर था, I think
अरे,
definitely it shows everyone in Bollywood जिसको मार्वल का पेचेक अभी तक नहीं मिला हॉलीवुड में, सबके सब आ चुके हैं इसमें. I think all the actors जितने थे जिनको पहले 3 phases में काम नहीं मिला मार्वल से, सब आ गए, सब दिखे मुझे. Every Hollywood actor I can now
So
think of is
Ibu Hatela
Marvel.
confirmed in the last scene. Ibu Hatela has been confirmed. Last
Time?
scene, he's
He's
sitting
going
at the
to
table
save-
with them.
उसमें Angelina Jolie है क्या?
Akash, he's going to be the leader.
Yeah,
He's going to.
Angelina Jolie. Kevin, he's
I've
going to
heard
be the
rumors
leader.
that he's going to replace Nick Fury.
खाएगा केला.
Actually, very interesting होगा अगर I can
It will be
imagine
really
him.
funny.
Yeah,
खाएगा केला.
Yeah.
He'll put his thumb up like खाएगा केला.
he can be Indian Nick Fury. Why not? Indian Avengers के उसमें.
For sure. But yeah, Angelina Jolie, it's got a jam-packed cast.
Yeah, I
Angelina
know.
Jolie, Salma Hayek, that Game of Thrones guy, Kevin, who's one of the Ned Stark's sons.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It's Richard something.
Rob Stark.
Rob Stark, yeah. His actual name is Richard something. I can't remember. But yeah, a lot of actors. Kumail Nanjiani. He's another.
Oh, that's
good actor.
the Indian origin वो
He's the
actor है.
Pakistani. You know, Pakistani actor.
Oh, तो Pakistani, okay.
The
I
comedian.
think वो
Actually-
कोई बहुत ही famous TV show में है ना, वो कौन?
Yeah, Silicon Valley.
Okay.
Pretty funny
Is
show.
that worth watching?
Apparently it's a big hit. At least यहाँ
Yeah.
पे people talk a lot about it.
It's a lot funny, but apparently a lot of the actors have been associated with either doing trash things, like treating female sexually harassing. One person has been. Another actor has been just on a bad day, which was DJ Miller
Wait, किसकी बात कर रहा है तू?
from Silicon Valley.
Oh, but that
A lot of
lead, he's a very famous guy now, right? What's his
Yeah,
name?
Kumail Nanjiani is a famous comedian now.
Yeah.
After that movie Big Sick as well was
Super
pretty good
progressive
movie.
guy apparently.
Big Sick was
Yeah.
really good. मैंने theater में देखी
Big
जाके,
Sick was a
but it
good movie.
really
I
good.
watched it as well. Big Sick was good. Sad movie, but was also with a positive thing at the end. But yeah, so I thought the trailer honestly very different for a Marvel movie. Very, very different for a Marvel movie. Not
Really?
your thing, but I think so. There is no comedy. Only apart from probably the last scene, which was not comedic to me, because you don't understand what the characters are.
I don't
Yet-
know what to expect out of this.
Exactly.
I think that's the best part.
And it's a
seemed
teaser.
It seemed like a Lost ka remake for out of work actors who were famous 10 years ago. That is what it seemed like. कि सबके पास
Yeah,
super
yeah.
power है. We have been watching the people for a long time suddenly, but now we have to do.
No, but
If
they have
any-
to start it, right? Now they have to bring
any-
it a notch above Avengers. Okay, so
If any eternally strong species have just hung around for 2000 years as all this madness has happened, then literally they should be shot down first.
They're
नहीं, but
going to
Amrit,
explain that now, because
नहीं, see, because for them it was a very small thing. Now they have to do a much bigger event. So for them, Avengers ऐसे बहुत ही छोटी मोटी चीजें थी. So then इसमें कौन पड़ेगा?
they're going to talk about that because technically Thanos is an Eternal as well. So they're going to. We might even see some background on Thanos in this movie. 'Cause
Wait,
he's
what?
Thanos is
Thanos
also
is an
a
Eternal?
That would be
branch
really
of
interesting.
Eternal. He's called a Deviant, which is a branch of the Eternals. So, and he's like an enemy of the Eternals, kind of thing. So we might get some background story on Thanos. I'm hoping, but apart from that, I don't know much about the Eternals at all.
I like the teaser
Very
trailer जो भी
obscure.
था. I mean,
No, it's a
it
teaser, so it
creates
makes
that
you ask
curiosity.
questions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
that's what a
it's
teaser is
interesting
supposed to be.
that 2 minute का trailer is now a teaser trailer. तो मतलब इनका normal trailer कितना बड़ा होगा फिर? क्या बकवास
And a normal trailer normally tells the story.
Wait, Akash, is it a
Now it's-
movie or is it a TV show? मुझे यही
It's a
नहीं
movie.
पता.
It looks like a TV show. Da? It reminded me
Yeah.
of some TV show, like a HBO TV show or something.
पर ये
But-
आकाश ये सब आने कब वाला है ये
This
इतनी
year.
सारी मार्वल
I think
Marvel
this
के-
Eternals is
We didn't
end
have
of year, right?
we had a drought of Marvel movies. Based on that, this year they're just going all out. After Spider-Man: Far From Home, I think was their last Marvel movie, which
No, plus now they have an option
Sure.
of alternative streams, right? So now Disney Plus is another platform where they can release their TV shows at the same time. So now they can produce a lot of content. And plus, as
for
Akash said,
sure,
for past few years have been pretty low.
a year
for
and a
Marvel.
half, nearly
Yeah.
2 years, they had nothing. But one positive thing is now, especially now, the director just won an Oscar, Best Director Oscar. So
कौन सी
might
पिक्चर
be. I don't know the picture's name. Oscar movies I haven't watched a lot of.
But I don't think it has any meaning.
She was the first Asian
She was the
American
first
winner.
Asian American. Yes, she was the
okay,
first
that's
Asian
that
American.
Nomad वाली movie
I think
ना?
so. Yeah. So she won an
Oh.
Oscar. So
She's the
there's gonna be a
director
lot
of this movie?
attention. She's the director of this movie.
Oh. But I mean, yeah, I don't think that matters.
But it's just curious to see. Like I've never seen an Oscar award-winning director do like
Oh,
such
that
a
way.
mainstream movie. So it'll be interesting
Possible.
to see how that works. And I mean, especially with Marvel's style. So all of that would be really interesting to see.
But
and
they're
how it
pretty good in
links to-
creating hype. I have to,
for sure.
yeah.
They're masters of that. Also,
Masters
Loki
of that.
coming out soon, June 6th, 9th.
वो देखने वाला हूँ मैं for sure.
Yeah, me too. I'll watch that. A lot of interesting things coming out from Marvel.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to say anything else
I
before we?
I think the only one Black Widow didn't seem very interesting to me personally.
Kevin,
I
वो
think because-
उसका recording वाला episode खत्म हो गया केविन अभी नई वाली
Yeah.
सीरीज के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं
But I think because, especially coming after Endgame, following that, I don't know how
I
they'll
think
go
वो
back to it.
एंड
Let's
गेम
see.
के बाद जो भी कैरेक्टर्स के उसमें जैसे ब्लैक विडो और भी उसकी आ रही है ना किसकी आ रही है
पहले
हॉकाई की आ रही है क्या
तूने बोला था
Hawkeye
थॉर
TV
की पिक्चर भी
series.
थॉर की भी कोई पिक्चर आ रही है ना
Thor
अभी
is coming out for, but that's all next year. Hawkeye series, I think, is also
इस
next
साल
year.
क्या आ रहा है और वेट इस साल ये थिएटर में डाल रहे हैं तो विच ऑब्वियसली एटलीस्ट आई
Black
मीन
Widow is
यूएस
coming
वाले
in
लोग
theater.
माइट बी एबल टू सी इंडिया
Black
में आई
Widow's
डोंट
coming.
थिंक
Black Widow's coming theater. Eternals will be coming after that in theater, and then Spider-Man will be coming in theater.
या थिएटर में, यहाँ पे तो सब थिएटर में भाई। यहाँ पे राधे मेरे एरिया में एटलीस्ट 6 स्क्रीन्स में राधे लगी हुई थी।
भाई को तुम सब क्या रोकोगे
Oh, I
यार
forgot to ask you. Okay, now last topic. Radhe impressions. Both of
haven't
you.
seen it.
भाई
I have no.
You
I
haven't
saw
seen it. I thought you watched it.
मैंने देखी
Amrit, go before we leave.
यार वन सेकेंड अगर तुम्हें एलियंस का कंफर्मेशन चाहिए तो वही पिक्चर देख लो सब कुछ एलियन ही हो रहा है उसमें समझ नहीं आएगा कि इंसानों के साथ तो हो नहीं सकता ये सब
Great
aliens के
review.
साथ ही होना चाहिए
Thank you, Masan.
yeah I think that's as close to it as I can give मतलब it was I wanted a movie where I did not want to think at all and it made sure that I did not have to think at all मतलब इतनी परफेक्शन से
फिर
nothing
तो ऑस्कर
हुआ
मूवी है भाई।
भाई इतना मतलब उन भाई की खुद की मूवी फास्ट फॉरवर्ड पे भाई ने फिर से बना दी मतलब वैसी वाली पिक्चर थी ये तो
अमृत
I
went
read
with the
her.
expectation, it went above and beyond. So ये
अब
तो
बिकॉज सब कुछ ऐसा क्लिप आर्ट की तरह फास्ट फास्ट होता है ना तुम्हें पता ही नहीं रहेगा रोमांस ऐसे 5 सेकंड में होता है एक्शन इतनी जल्दी एक्शन के सीन्स लिटरली फास्ट फॉरवर्ड सीक्वेंस में होते हैं एंड वो फिर तुम्हें रिवाइंड करके दिखाते हैं कि भाई इतना तेज मारता है कि स्लो मोशन में तुम्हें समझाना पड़ेगा ऐसे लिटरल चेंज है थ्रू आउट द मूवी एंड रणदीप हुडा भगवान के लिए पता नहीं बेचारे आई थिंक होपफुली he got a great paycheck out of this
I think
and it
that's why
was
he took this movie for the paycheck. I feel.
yeah because uska role is the weirdest thing I've ever seen and there are some very graphic things shown in a very offhanded and crass way if I was thinking about it logically but who wants to think about it logically watch this at your own peril I mean watch this at your own like और कुछ करने को नहीं है तो देखो तो, yeah
I'll say one thing. The newspaper here rated it. If you're a Salman Khan fan, watch this movie. If not, stay away. So it's just very.
but I think that's the same review for every
That's
Salman Khan
everything.
movie.
Yeah,
Akash
everything.
that's a review
It's
for
just sad
most of
that that's the review for Salman Khan movies.
this movie goes above and beyond so yeah
I'm sure Kevin अब तक कुछ बोला नहीं है and you are talking about Salman Khan. That's a strange.
That just shows how
wouldn't have
tired
seen.
Kevin is right now. That just
But
shows how
actually,
tired Kevin is.
if in a different way, I would have said कि like this was an interesting model कि उनके वो थिएटर्स तो सारे बंद थे इन्होंने Z5 में पहली बार सलमान खान की मूवी ऑन अ साइड OTT प्लेटफॉर्म उन्होंने रेंट के लिए 4 घंटों के लिए खोल रखी थी you could rent the movie for like half the cinema
Oh, I didn't know
price
that.
Oh, it's not like you can just like get the subscription and then you can watch it.
no there was a special subscription you had to take just for Radhe क्योंकि
Basically like
Z5
Disney.
is a competing
Disney Plus
platform
का
with
वो,
वो
yeah.
or you could watch it a one time thing तो ऐसे
It's what
Yeah.
Disney's doing with their Marvel movies and new movies coming out.
Hmm.
The hype movies. But anyway, thank you, Rajiv Amrit, for that in-depth review of the blockbuster that is Radhe.
Always.
Out in theaters now, at your own peril, as Amrit said, or whatever he said. I'll try to fix that. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Vele Podcast, guys. As usual, you can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. We are also available on YouTube if you search for Vele Podcast, and on Instagram at Vele Pod. Until next time, guys, stay safe. Bye.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Bye. What did you say?